Barnes and Leslie, we are your Morning X. Celebrity Sleaze is coming up, and what I thought was going to be a good time hour has turned into a good time 2 hours. We have a very special guest that has arrived early, so we're going to get him in next.
I cannot wait. Hey, it's the summer of big concerts, and when I say that, I mean it. Big day out June 7th with Better Than Ezra Lit, Mannerism, and Melody Kaiser. That is at the Ville June 7th. And then free day out, Gin Blossoms, Josh Joplin Group, Major. That's going to be in Woodstock at the Amphitheater June the 14th. And then later in June, so many 99X shows. Dave Matthews Band at Amerisbank Amphitheater on the 25th. Goo Goo Dolls, Dashboard Confessional, Chastain, July 22nd. Check it out, the soundboard at 99X.com.
Jimmy's back with the Morning X. He's back with the Morning X. But don't get used to it.
No, don't do it.
Because we can't afford it.
Ain't got no cash.
We ain't got no cash. We spent it all on Crash.
Hello.
Welcome back, JB.
Oh, that is phenomenal. I love that. There's the Morning X. It's the Morning X singers.
Yes, put your Morning X little seatbelt on. Strap yourself in for 2 hours of JB today. How you been?
I have been excellent. This is not the best spring, like weather-wise, that I've ever experienced in Atlanta. This is a nice fall, but the spring has been terrible.
JB, you look great. Healthy, happy.
What part of him looks great, exactly?
The backwards hat, the sweatshirt.
I mean, there's a lot going on, I will have to say. A lot happening.
Guy's got more logos on than Crash, which is hard to do.
You have a very low bar if I look great.
Crash and the logos, Jay. What's happening here?
One of them looks like they work for NASCAR, and one of them looks like they got a bunch of free stuff from Goodwill. I don't know which one is which.
Ouch!
Well, my wife has discovered Poshmark.
Is she selling on Poshmark?
No, buying.
Oh, that's a really good thing to do.
Crash, you've been to the doctor how many times in the last week?
3. I had 3 doctor's appointments all last week.
There's something I'm noticing that is troubling, and I'm sure you all will have a take on this, you all meaning anyone listening to me. When you go, and now I'm seeing it with dentists and with doctors, I left my dentist years ago because all of a sudden he was no longer my dentist. All of a sudden there were these mysterious dentists that showed up and would come in, and I had to make a proclamation at one point and said, hey, listen, I come here for this guy.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm just saying, what's going on? Am I the only one noticing?
Can I say, I know this might be a little too much information, but I haven't seen my gynecologist in 3 years. I have seen the physician's assistant.
Whoa.
Because when I go to make an appointment, it's like, yeah, you can see her in like a year and a half. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You have to drop drawer for like a whole new person.
You do, but you got to get in, though.
You get the PA, right? The physician's assistant.
Yeah.
And then you rarely do get the person. I don't love it either. That's where we are with the whole, with medicine right now, right?
And JB and I, we actually shared the same doctor for quite a while, Dr. Kirk Polk, here in Sandy Springs.
A
long time ago. And now, and it's funny you mentioned that, Barnes, because I just had to go see him for kind of a manly issue type of thing. And I got his physician assistant, hot chick.
Oh, so you're going back. No wonder you've been 3 times in the last week.
I'm like, you want to see it again?
She's like, no, actually, I don't. What are these growths? Leslie, is your gynecologist a guy or a girl?
Female.
Both of them are?
Yes.
Like the replacement?
Yes.
If it was a male, what would Lanny do?
What would Lanny do? What would Leslie do? No. That's a no-no.
No male gynecologist?
Nah. It's too embarrassing.
Nah, I can see that. Crash, that reminded me of a funny story. The first time I ever had a colonoscopy, which was, I was with the show. This was back in 2000s. And I go in and, they dope you up and then they put you on the table sideways, all right? And they start jamming this tube up you, the hose, right? Mm-hmm. And as she's...
You remember all that? You weren't Michael Jackson?
I remembered this part. And she's jamming the hose up me. And as she's jamming it, she says, I just want to tell you, I love your show. That is I don't need that right now. Thank you.
It's just really a weird state with the whole doctor swap thing. My doctor just retired.
Oh.
So I'm looking forward to a new doctor
Here we go.
this summer for the annual, whatever. But it's kind of exciting.
It's not easy to find.
A new doctor?
It's very hard to find a GP, a general practitioner now. They're very hard. They're all booked up. They're not taking on new patients.
We're in the wrong profession. They're booked up for like over a year.
How?
I had to know a guy who knew a guy to get a new one.
Same.
Yeah.
That's what I got the new one. And it's female this time, going from male. And I'm not going to lie, that's kind of exciting.
Yeah, it is.
You have a sparkle in your eye.
Well, until they do the prostate exam.
The only thing to look forward to, right, is that it's a new doctor, but it is like, it's like a weird, awkward first date.
Right.
When they try to BS around the room, then like, all right, go ahead and take everything off, but this paper shirt I'm going to give you.
Ugh.
It is just awkward.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to have to worry because in 5 years it's all going to be AI.
Yeah.
It will be. You just lay on a table and the robot does its thing.
Yeah.
Right. Well, Barnes, also, it could take a year to schedule an annual physical.
I already scheduled it. That's what I'm saying. I got a referral from a friend of a friend.
Yeah.
I was so shocked that it was that hard to find a doctor.
It's like you got to go on the black market.
Well, there is a shortage of doctors in our country. I don't know if you know this, and it's true because people are not going to med school as much as they used to because
Really?
there isn't. Yes, absolutely. There is a shortage of doctors because insurance companies are not making it as profitable for doctors anymore. Some doctors maybe.
Oh, yeah, they're making it harder. Yeah, that's why they did that whole concierge medicine
Yes.
a few years back. They veered off.
Yes.
And talk about expensive.
What about the people that have the Teladoc things? Like I know people that don't even really go see a doctor. They do the Teladoc thing from home.
I've done that in emergencies.
Well, a lot of people just Google it. And they're like, oh, here's what I have. They Google it and they just self-prescribe what they think.
WebMD.com. And
Yep.
Right.
Well, the Teladoc thing works for a lot of things, but I don't know how a Teladoc is going to help check you for testicular cancer.
True.
You just got to lay your junk on the screen.
Yeah.
Which you do normally.
oh, man.
Celebrity Sleaze is next. Jimmy is here for the rest of the show today. Hey, reminder, Matt Jones is in for Steve, and he's got some concert news just after 10 today. Right now, No Doubt is on 99X.
Actor Michael Rosenbaum. He knows some of the most talented people in the business.
Will Wheaton is here.
Getting ready to do this podcast. I text my Star Trek family. That is a supernatural impulse.
If you're here for Jay Moore, you found the right place.
Have you always had a large personality? The nicest way anybody's ever put it. You always warn people out.
From Twilight, Ashley Green.
We were just like, no one's going to see this. This is not going to be a good movie.
I really love the movie.
Don't feel bad.
The Inside of You podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.